And that was from an activist standpoint. I went to college and I became a physician, and that was the other big area where the Bhagavad Gita impacted me. And where it impacts me as an emergency physician, I work for Kaiser Permanente in Fremont, San Leandro, is that we're faced all the time with decisions about life and death. Some of you, many of you come to the emergency room. I hope not, but if you do, you often come not being able to tell us what's happening, and we have to make decisions within minutes and deal with family members and tests and put it all together and try to save lives. And I think all of you know one of the messages of the Gita, work for work itself and not for the result. So we put in, me and other physicians, our best effort and leave the results, as Swami Chidananji always says, leave it to God. That takes the burden off of us, but we do the best we can. But the Gita's main message to me in my life was that I wanted to do social service, and I was able to find a group of like-minded people, some of your children who got together and formed a group called the Hindu American Foundation. And I don't want to talk about what our group does, but what I found is that we can live out our own karma, the karma yoga that the Bhagavad Gita talks about, not just by necessarily serving the poor or cleaning the streets, but by serving a broader cause through the organization. And when we work in a group, many of you who look at organizations say that you think there are people on the stage and people with a microphone. But I can tell you that what we've done in our organization is we've said that we're going to make this group a forum to practice karma yoga. And what that means is within our group, we're not going to fight for the podium, we're not going to fight for the platform. We're going to work as true sevaks. And with 13 years in our organization, with people who are born and raised in this country, people who read the Gita, people who are your children, we've never had a fight or within the organization for power or podium. And I think that's a testament to many of you as parents, to the Swamijis and others who've guided us. But we really try to live our life that way. And the final thing I'll say is that when I went to a youth camp organized by Vishwa Hindu Parishad in the East Coast, there are two verses of the Gita that at that time I was forced to memorize, but really became a big part of my life. Dhyayato vishaya pusaha sangasteshu pajayate samjayate kamaha kamat krodhot vichayate krodhat bhavati samohat samohat smriti vibhramaha smriti brahmashat buddhinasho buddhinashat pranashyati. And what that reminds me is that while I've had all the success in life, my parents came from India in 1969, they were educated here, they weren't doctors, lawyers, or entrepreneurs. And of course they're not swamis and sadhus in the sense you look at them. But they raised two sons, me and my brother. I got married to a wife who's a jewelry designer, I'm an emergency doctor, I've been associated with many people, I have an opportunity to serve on this panel. But I always remember that we all have a Ravan, we all have Duryodhan in ourselves. And we have to remind ourselves that we don't want to become them. Those two verses from chapter 2, verses 62 and 63, always remind us we cannot become attached to how big we become. We should not become attached to how much we think we can do. Because for every one of us, there are thousands of people who don't have the stage, who don't have a title, who are doing it. I think the Bhagavad Gita serves as a check on ourselves for our own egos, and it guides us to what we can become. Because I think the ultimate goal for all of us is not just to realize God, not just to reach God, but to take our physical body to the highest plane and realize moksha. Thank you and namaste.